November is Men's Health Awareness Month, a time to focus on not just physical health, but also mental health. Well, my next guest has spent the last 10 years trying to create safe spaces for male conversation and promote healthier attitudes to the work and life balance. His own experience as a father led him to create the campaign Parenting Out Loud, a movement that rewires how dads and their employers work together. Well, I'm delighted to welcome Elliott Rae to Sunday Morning Live. Elliott, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Talk to us, how did Parenting Out Loud start?
Well, it started 10 years ago. My daughter was born, my eldest. She had quite a severe infection when she was born. She was quite sick. So we spent 2 weeks in a neonatal intensive care unit. When we left, we had 2 days at home. It was really, really tough. And I pretty much went back to work straight away. So anxiety and insomnia, eventually diagnosed with PTSD. And even though at the time I wasn't capable of talking about it, I was able to change my working pattern 3 times in the first year. And so it really got me thinking about my own idea about masculinity and also the support we do or don't have for dads in the workplace. So I started writing, and 10 years down the line, Parenting Out Loud is now born.
Amazing. It must have been a very difficult experience for you at the time. I mean, Men's Health Month the awareness is on mental health. What discoveries did you make since the campaign began, and what lessons have you learned about mental health since then?
So we know 75% of suicides are men, and unfortunately 1 to 2 babies in the UK will lose their fathers to suicide every week. Some of the dads we work with are going through redundancy, divorce, loss, and really struggling with their mental health, but you would never know because they walk around with a smile on their face. I think part of the problem is that as men, we've been socialised to internalise our pain. Traditional masculinity hasn't afforded us to actually share our experiences. We know that 1 in 5 men have no close friends, and only one third of referrals to talking therapies are for men. But what I have found is that when we create space for men to talk, they open up, the floodgates open. You know, we did this event with dads one time in a football stadium. There was a man, he was standing at the back, he was like there under duress, wasn't interested. At the end of the 2 hours, he was leading the session. He was talking about his experiences, and it was really beautiful. I remember him saying that he didn't know how much he needed that session before he came. So the good thing is that there are more movements for men to speak, but we do need to normalise male caring, normalise equal parenting as well.
Exactly. How does your movement then fill that space? What differences would you like to see?
So Parenting Out Loud is a campaign that supports dads who want to break down gendered parenting roles. They want to work flexibly, take the full parental leave available, have an open calendar with their school drop-off and pick-up proudly on display. And that's really important to help them be equal parents at home. But there are barriers to this. The charity Working Families found that 50% of dads still feel nervous talking about their childcare responsibilities at work. And 20% have been told, "Where's your wife?" in response to asking for flexible working. So we work with dads to empower them to parent out loud. We work with businesses to create workplace cultures where dads can take 4 months maternity leave. And we also brought together MPs and campaigners at the world's first Working Dad Summit in September.
It seems like we all have a responsibility here, Elliott. If we navigate this correctly, everyone wins. Children win, parents, partners, employers. So what can society do to try and make those differences?
I think on a business and government level, we need to enhance our statutory paternity leave. In the UK, it's one of the worst in Europe. I think we need businesses that are parenting out loud workplace cultures that support dads taking parental leave and working flexibly. I think it is for dads to join movements like Parenting Out Loud, to think about what kind of men and dads we want to be. And for everyone to hold a couple of things. You know, I think for men, we can have privilege and power, but also go through pain. And also, it's not a zero-sum game. Supporting dads with Parenting Out Loud and equal parenting and positive masculinity also supports the motherhood penalty and gender equality for women too. So it's International Men's Day coming up. Men's Health Month is a perfect time to be having these conversations.
It really is. We wish you all the best for the campaign. Elliott, thanks so much.
Thanks so much.